My name is Savannah Pyatt, and this is my research and my presentation on the Volcano Experiment. So this is my setup and a picture of my setup. I got baking soda, vinegar, an empty bottle, and a towel and a paper plate. I used the towel and the paper plate basically for cleanup purposes. I didn't want this stuff getting everywhere, so I had the plate to hopefully contain all of it and the towel as a second protector. Um, my baking soda is in that paper towel right there because the paper towel is going to hold the baking soda and go into the empty bottle. So I don't have that labeled. I have the vinegar labeled in a little bottle there. But I didn't have the baking soda labeled. But that's it. That's what it is. It's in the paper towel. So here's the experiment in action. Before I started, I wanted to acknowledge the fact that I could not get the video to stay in one long video. I had to cut it up into chunks. So there's 3 here and another slide with more. So I'm just going to start here and play them through. So that's me taking the photo. So it glitched out a little bit, but I basically just tried to keep it tight, and then I realized that there was a lot of paper towel on the end of it, so I ripped it off, and that's why I cut it off there. But see this one, there we go. So after I took it and I bunched it up, I started to put it in the water bottle. And that's me finally getting it into the water bottle, setting up my plate, so hopefully I don't get it everywhere. That's me about to put the vinegar in, and then I will go to the next slide where I have the rest of it. Here is the rest of my experiment, and this is where in the first video I'm going to be pouring the vinegar in. I pour a lot of it in, it goes and bleeds over into the next video where I'm pouring the rest of it, and that's where the real thing happens. So I also wanted to add in the chemical reaction to write it down to see how it looks. I was just interested in how it looked in that way, so I thought I would include it because it was interesting. So it's acetic acid plus sodium bicarbonate, which then turns into sodium acetate and water and carbon dioxide. So the results are that it worked. Um, the baking soda and the vinegar did react and create our little volcano in the bottle. So I just wanted to go over everything that happened and go a little in depth on describing it better. So it was an acid and a base reaction, the baking soda being the base and the vinegar being the acid. And that reaction caused carbon dioxide, which was the bubbles that was coming up and creating that volcano looking effect. Um, I found this quote on Why Do Vinegar and Baking Soda React, and it perfectly explained everything. So I just thought I would include this quote and talk about it because I thought it was too perfect not to. So the water and the vinegar acts as a host where the base and acid react. During the reaction, when the baking soda is mixed with the vinegar, the baking soda or the base takes a proton from the vinegar acid. The reaction takes the baking soda to transform into water and carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is a gas which is released during the reaction, which gives it the bubbling effect, and it expands, which will blow up balloons as you have probably seen in some experiments and demonstrations. And lastly are my citations. I used 2 different websites. Um, STEM mayhem and chemical reactions names. And that's it. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.